Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mas Agnes. If you're new here, please subscribe, click the notification bell, like my content, and share with others. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And if you're new, just join the farm, join the Mas Agnes farm, so that we can build this, and then in one way or another, we could be helping you. You could be helping me through your comments. Actually, comment. Yes, feel free to comment. Feel free to ask. Feel free to tell me which kind of content you'd want Mas Agnes to do for you. I love you guys, and today I'm on the next episode of Mas Agnes in Saudi Arabia. So, before you've traveled to Saudi Arabia, I want to tell you guys, if you've gone to an office, or if a relative is helping you out through the registration, passport thing, how you would travel, which country do you want to go to. But these days, for someone to leave Uganda and go and work as a house help or a maid, it's mostly, if it's legal, it's mostly in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, it's mostly there, because even when you yourself you want to buy, the opportunities that are available at the moment, they'll always tell you that you can go to whichever country you want to. But the truth is, at the end of it all, they'll tell you your visa is out, and you ask which country, they'll tell you Saudi Arabia. And believe me or not, you have nothing to do. I mean, when one decides to go and work as a house help in a new country where you have no idea about, you know nothing, you know no one. So imagine you yourself deciding to leave your home, to leave your family. To those of you that have kids, you've left a child behind to go and look for greener pastures, which is okay. I have no problem with you, because you've decided, and actually it's so promising that a decision is taken by you and not your family or those around you. You should be able to take your seat, to know your yes is a yes, and your decision is always your decision. Others will come in and tell you this. Others will say they will kill you. Others will tell you a lot of stories they have heard about Saudi Arabia. But the truth is, you know what you want. Now mark the things that you want to get out of going to Saudi Arabia. In the 2 years, can you be able to accomplish all your goals? Let's say you can't, and probably you could achieve one or two things. What if you say, if I reach there, I could actually add in a year or two, given the circumstances, like the environment you're working in. If those people are welcoming, if those people are caring for you, if they give you everything that is written in the contract, and you have some time off, not really an off day, because there is no house help that has got a off day. You need to work 24/7, like an ATM machine. Yes, like an ATM machine. But I want you to have these things behind your back. One, who am I? I am the Mas Agnes. Yes, I am me. How old am I? Let's say I'm 20 something. Yes. And then, do I have a child? Okay, yes, I have a child. And given the situation of COVID, the kindergartens haven't been opened yet. You could decide and use this opportunity to actually go make some money. Yes, you could do that. You could go and work, and by the time kindergartens are opened or your child actually starts schooling, you could be having some money available. Women, girls, ladies, stop slaying without brains. Slay with money in your pocket. Stop holding those handbags that are full of makeup, lipstick, oh my god, perfumes. If that bag is expensive than what is inside, You are slaying without brains. For those of you that slay with brains, shout out to you. Yes, because serious, we are Africans. I'm a Ugandan and a proud Ugandan. And for all I've been through, if I'm to tell an elder of mine of what I've gone through, they could tell me, "You, my child, you haven't seen anything. You haven't seen it all. It's just a beginning." Imagine you, a slayer, you who thinks a man has to give you everything, you who thinks it is a man that has to give you money for hair. My problem comes in when you actually need the money for hair, you need the lipstick, and you also need the sanitary towels that we ladies use once in a while. That is every month. Can't you do that for yourself? You could do that. These days, men respect women that have the brains of economic growth. Mark my mouth, mark my lips, read me. Economic growth. So if you think that you're going to be there and you always, "Oh baby, I love you, oh baby, I love you," love cannot finish everything. Yes. And I can tell you one thing, there is nothing that I hate in life like love. Love without prosperity. That ain't love. Nah. It is love because of the body desires. Yes, the body desires the other person, maybe at heart. But when all that fades, what are you going to do? You girl who's watching this, you lady out there, think of anything small that you can do. All right, if you cannot go to Saudi Arabia, like I said, because you also need to incur in some expenses. Okay, let's say you cannot afford that, but you have something like a 20K, 20,000. You can start from there. Yes, now with a 20K, you could do a lot of businesses. When I say a lot, someone would say, "A lot, okay, please come on." Oh yes, I mean, there are some businesses that do not take much when you have the brains and you have the expression, how you're going to express and sell yourself and market them. Things like that is, we used to do that is when we were always in high school for, but those of you that went to boarding schools, yes, you could do that is. You could do that is and package them. Yes, those of 200, 500, and actually you could even target some customers that where you know that family is kind of well off and the things that they cannot actually do for themselves, you could sell them. You could tell them, "I need such and such an amount just to make your child daddies, and some pocket." Yes, I said it. Have I done it? Haven't tried it. But not all counselors of marriages are married. Not all those that give knowledge about riches are richer. And actually, do not do as I do, but do as I say. You know that saying, when you focus on it, trust me, you're gonna grow yourself. Trust me, everything will be okay. There is no amount of pain you can go through. Hear me out. There is no amount of pain you can go through without God knowing it. Be it sickness, be it losing a relative, be it an accident. He knew that it would happen. And sometimes, surprisingly, we are actually made conscious of that thing by the Holy Spirit, but we usually focus on the earthly things. We usually be like, no, this feeling, no, and we usually say, "God forbid," But yet, in some way or another, the Holy Spirit had made us conscious of that circumstances. And also, God gives us such challenges to increase our faith, to be stronger when other bigger storms come to us. He leaves the storms to come and knock us because we are on Him as our cliff. He is our bridge. So when I was in Saudi Arabia, I want to tell you this. Every time I felt disappointed, Every time I felt I was down, every time I felt I was weaker, there are times I just cried without no one shouting at me, without no one yelling or abusing me or beating me. I just woke up someday, any day, any other day, like a Monday or a Sunday, any day that I wake up and I'm feeling so low, I think so much, and I think a lot actually. And what happens is this: every time I think so much, and this I'm sure it happens to you too sometimes. Every time you think so much and you have nothing to do about the situation you are in, trust me, you're gonna feel so low. To those of us that are kind of emotional, I'm very emotional, I must say. So those moments, I could cry with no one to tell that I actually cried a day. And when you come on WhatsApp, people are like, hi Aggie, hi, how are you? And you're okay, I'm good, I'm fine. Now listen, my being fine could be at the moment when I'm talking to you, a relative, to you, a friend, to you, my workmate in another country somewhere, but doing the same job. To you I came with through the same office, but not necessarily that I am okay, you know? So that pushes us, it pushes you to struggle and fight to finish your contract, to struggle and fight and be like, someday I'm gonna be greater, someday I'm going to make it, no matter what it is, I can make it. Yes, I went and worked as a house help. Who cares? They'll say this, they'll say that. But my dear, if you don't put a coin into my pocket, if you do not put food at our home, yes, if I do not come to you to know for a coin to add on and attain something, know that you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything to break me. Yes, I did what I did. And girls, actually, if you're there and you think, oh my God, how can I go there with my diploma? Oh, you haven't done anything. And I'm telling you, a diploma, people are there with masters, people are there with their degrees seated in their homes of Arabs. Yes, yes. You see this thing when you're at campus and you do research and you're like, oh my God, this research, oh God, I don't know when. I'm telling you, and I'm being very honest with you. There are people that have bigger books than you have and are doing a house help job in the UAE, be it Dubai, be it Saudi Arabia, be it Oman, Jordan, Qatar, you know. So if you do not have enough input for you to push through, if you do not have enough input for you to push through, you can lower your standards, lower your strategy a bit, so that you can go for the first time. And the next time you come back home, you could be adding more input to go to where your heart desires, to go to where you want to go, you know. But mark this, some few challenges within Saudi Arabia. Your boss is always your boss. But do not forget to know who you are. You're a human being. You have your own rights as a human being. You could be black and they are white, but they are not whites. They are Arabs. You know? Know your standards. Know you as you can do. Do not allow them to exploit you. You know, they have bigger families. They have bigger families that they end up taking you, the one person. You are paid one salary per month. But this person comes and says, you are going to my sister's, you are going to my mother's, you are going to my uncle's place to work there. And you know what you find? Oh my God. By the time you leave that place, your back is aching. By the time you leave that place, you have a headache. And sometimes you've not eaten because they usually eat earlier than you do. And when they are done, that's when they think a maid should eat. Now, my girl, they used to tell us, while in high school, tighten your belts during it used to be the mock times, the cantab times. Cantab, I mean the UNEBs, you know. So you tighten your belts. If you feel like going to Saudi Arabia or any other country for a house of job, as long as they are Arabs, I want you to know, tighten your belts, trust God, know what you want, and focus. When you reach there, focus on what you want to do. I love you guys. Shout out to you.